well, this is not a spring chicken. Yes, it's one of my favorite times of the year. It's the holiday season. There's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and all of that. Now, one of the things is also during that time of the year, there happens to be a lot of eating. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to eat what you want and still not gain weight during the holidays. Because we also know what happens after that is you have New Year's, which means New Year's resolutions, and one of the top New Year's resolutions is what? To lose weight and get in better shape.
Yeah, they should have that resolution the 23rd of November.
Well, see, part of it is if you think of those things, right, during the holidays, first of all, you will not gain as much weight if you think of those things. Actually, yeah, you won't gain as many, but we've got a top 10 list. So the top 10 list was, well, besides thinking of that, which we didn't actually include.
But we will have lots of top 10 lists this Christmas holidays.
Yes, but number one is to eat first. Now I know you're sitting there thinking, wait a minute, if I eat first, how am I supposed to lose weight? Well, see, what also happens during the holidays is people think, oh, I'm going to be eating a lot during dinner, so I'm not going to eat lunch. Right? Or you don't know exactly what they're going to have, and so you skip on dinner and think, oh, I'll just have more cocktails, and I haven't eaten it all day, so I'm going to make up for it. Well, what happens is,
You make up for it.
You make up for it, and you will make up for it, because part of it is learn. If you eat throughout the day, you end up eating less. Actually, most people are supposed to eat less. I just eat throughout the day.
Yeah, but she has to because of a problem with hyperglycemia. So
but part of it is if you eat lunch beforehand, then you won't eat as much at dinner time because you're not starving. It reminds me of going to the supermarket when you're really hungry, you buy more.
Yeah,
okay?
Of course, that is unless you're a member of the press and they'll eat anything that's free anytime.
The other part also is if you're going out in the evening and you're going to say, why would you eat first beforehand? Eat a little bit beforehand because then you're not as starving when you see the food. And also, you don't know exactly what kind of food they're going to have now, do you? I always have a little something that I keep with me because sometimes they have all this food. It could be too spicy. It could be too salty. It could be too fried. It could be not on your diet. It could be a number of things.
Or it's the only thing you have and you're starving.
Mm-hmm. So you eat it anyway.
That's right. That's why you should always eat beforehand. That's really the biggest thing is you go to something and that's, everything on the plate is bad for you and you haven't ate.
I know. But you eat it anyway. Number 2 is to remember that the buffet is not the Last Supper. I think Americans are really guilty of this. In fact, one of the easiest ways to see a foreigner in a buffet line is they do not pile up their plate like an American does.
They also take multiple plates.
Mm-hmm. If you ever notice an American in a buffet line, they put food on their plate like they come from a large family.
Yeah.
In other words, they put all the food on the plate thinking that there will be no food for them if they decide to go back.
Yeah, better from a large family. I'm from a large family. So whoever gets the food first gets the best food also.
So part of it is kind of to balance it out, is to kind of get an idea of, because see, part of it is, if you're going, say there's 10 entrees in the buffet, okay, and you decide you want some of everything, well, the whole volume, if you assume that each one is the portion and you may not like the other ones, right? You get larger portions of everything. You're thinking, would you do something like that? But the other part is to look through and get an idea of what you like, because I don't know about you, but there's many times I got this and this and this. Oh my gosh, that looks really good. Oh, let me get more of that and that and that and that. Yeah. And all of a sudden you have this full plate and you're thinking, oh, but there's still food on my plate. This is one of those times where you do not have to eat everything that's on your plate.
Yeah.
What? People get into that. They're like, but there's still food. Or the other thing they get into is, yeah, but the food was really good, and I don't get food like that on a normal basis.
And then you get stuck with remembering your mother. There are poor kids in China that would love to eat everything, eat what you're throwing away, so eat it.
That's right. So, all those psychological things. And so part of it is either A, you can not eat as much at the buffet, pretend it's not your last supper. Or number two is eat everything you want and overcompensate by exercising more. So, it's your choice. Or you can gain weight. But we're trying to maintain the weight and not gain. Because that way when New Year's comes along, you're not trying to, let's just say, lose, the 10 pounds you gained during the holidays. And don't laugh, that is very possible for many people.
Yeah.
It really is. Number 3, remember that beverages still have calories.
Honest, water can have calories in it. Some of that special water you're drinking,
The sugar water?
the sugar waters all have calories. If it's got anything in it that has a taste to it, it's probably got calories in it. And if it doesn't have calories, it's got a taste, it might have a sweetener in it that may not be healthy for you.
I know. Oh, well, and what, if you have wine, you have beer,
That's all got
Right.
calories in it, lots of it.
you have liqueurs, you
Calories.
have coffee with all this stuff.
Eggnog, cider.
Yeah.
You can't escape calories. I mean, let's put it this way. There's no way you're going to escape calories over these holidays.
There isn't. But what you can do is, out of the different drinks, well, usually most people don't either drink all wines, and
Yeah.
they'll stick to wines, or they'll drink all hard liquor,
Yeah.
right?
If they stick to, here's a trick is, stick to what you're used to drinking.
And you'll have less after effects.
That's right.
So, also, if you drink some water beforehand,
Yep.
to fill yourself up a little bit,
One more trick, eat unsalted popcorn before you go out to a big meal. And drink water, that will tank the system up, so you will then eat lightly.
yes. You can also fill yourself up with hot tea. Now, hot tea is really good because
Because it doesn't stay with you. And non-caffeinated hot tea. Caffeinated hot tea can give you a buzz, but non-caffeinated herbal hot tea will not stick with you, and you can have a full tummy and then go to the bathroom a lot during the
well, also then you'll eat selectively and get what you want, but you won't eat as much food.
Yeah, and that's
Because
it.
it's really easy to go from, let's see, the buffet of eating 1,000 calories to, is it binging if you eat 3,000 calories at a buffet?
Oh God, it's basically, we'll tell people, we go to the TI in Las Vegas for buffets, and you can basically just see the pounds on what you're getting on every plate, and it's not, little tiny things can just, God, they're buffet lines are the most calorie-ridden things in the world. Even if you make a home buffet like my family did, there would be so many calories on that buffet.
It would make you depressed.
Yeah. If you have somebody that had worrying about their figure and they're looking, oh my God, look at that, and then they imagine themselves, oh, do I?
And also, because I'm not one of these people that is binging and purging, so it's like that has never quite agreed with my system. Part of it,
I just
It
got
just
a large family of people that appreciate their food.
yeah, well, you want to enjoy the holidays. Number 4, chew what you eat.
That is the most important thing they can tell you to do.
Really?
Because this is from a doctor's point of view. The more you chew your food, it isn't the breaking it down no matter what they tell you. It's the fact it slows the eating process down.
Oh.
It doesn't really help you with the calories. It doesn't help you with anything. It slows you down because most people will take a few bites and swallow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if you chew every bite, it will slow you down. If you slow down, you don't eat as much. That is one thing that a doctor can tell you.
Okay. Number 5, just remember that nibbling still has calories. No.
Yeah. I nibbled 2.5 pounds of fudge. Yeah. One nibble at a time.
And it's always you. Have you eaten all that fudge?
I ate all the fudge. We made fudge, and I nibbled every. Well, nice thing is that we made fudge with walnuts in it. It come off in a little piece, and I ate every bit of it.
Well, you're thinking, oh, well, maybe those don't count. It was just a taste. Well, yeah, taste here or taste there. There's two ways to compensate that. One is don't nibble if you can have self-restraint.
Well, let's put it this way.
Two, chew gum.
There was a pound plus of sugar in that fudge that I ate.
That's true. Drink hot water.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of times people are doing the nibbling. It's usually when they're cooking.
Oh yeah.
They're nibbling.
They have a
Holiday
piece of
snacks
this.
Actually, they do this at the office. You know, they have all those holiday snacks, right? And you just like grab a bite, eat. You know.
Yeah. And you go around nibble. Well, that's all you gotta do is watch Not a Split Chicken. She's nibbling on everything that she's cooking. Everything that goes into what we're cooking, she's taking samples of before it ever gets into it.
I know I do. But it still does that up for calories.
Yep.
Yep. Also, when you have your choice at the buffet,
Yeah.
if you choose foods, well, actually, you know if this food's healthy or not. But if you go to foods that are either not as salty, not fried,
Yeah.
don't have as much cheese on them.
Yeah. All the things that you really want, you gotta just stay away from. No,
If you do it in moderation.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Is a holiday meant for moderation, or is it meant for exaggeration?
Well, see, okay, here's the choices. You can still eat what you want to eat and not gain weight, or you can be totally self-indulgent and eat everything that you want and then have to lose it afterwards.
Well, we have the males behind the camera all want to be self-indulgent.
I know, because the food is really good at that time of year.
Yeah.
So part of it is it's a choice, right? And number 7 is to stop eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Now that's one of the things that I do all the time to help try and maintain my weight. But also I know sometimes if you're going to holiday parties, it may be more difficult to do than you
they're
think
all
because
late.
you're out at the party late.
Yeah. And by that time you're starting to get hungry again.
Yeah, and then you're tired, you want to go to sleep, and you can't stay up 2 to 3 hours because, well, you gotta get some sleep so you can get up the next morning.
Which I'm the complete opposite. If I don't eat before I go to bed, I have a problem the next day. So
Oh, really?
I have to eat before I have to put something in my stomach, even if it's only, pretzels.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Number 8, as we're talking about it, sleep.
Yeah.
You know, okay, what does that have to do with it? Well, so, they have said, study after study, that if you get a good night's rest, it will help you with weight control.
That's where you're actually burning off a lot of stuff is when you're asleep.
I know, doesn't
You
that...
tend to
you
burn
wouldn't
off,
think about
I
that.
think you tend to burn off more when you're asleep. It's why a baby sleeps so much and they tend to look, what happened with the weight? I just fed them. But they're not pooping it, they're not leaking it, they're burning it off while they're spending all their time sleeping. It goes into the actions of the body, which never shuts down. I mean, your body is like a furnace. And at nighttime, the furnace is operating at its maximum capacity.
And the body's rebuilding itself.
Yep.
So, all those times you're thinking, oh, I gotta do this. Well, sometimes just getting the sleep helps rebuild your body so you can function better and also lose weight. In fact, that's one of some of the programs actually, their whole method of losing weight is sleeping.
Yeah. The
And
more
getting a good
rest.
night's rest.
You need to get you need 8 hours period a night, and that's where you start off at.
And number 9, keep moving. Now part of it is you see me moving all the time and you can exercise and sometimes you're out shopping and you're moving and doing all these things, but sometimes you may not be able to hit it to the gym as much. But if you have a dog like Monty, she will always continue to take you for a walk because she'll give you that look.
Yeah.
You gotta take her out. But I think sometimes people almost become sedentary because a lot of times during the holidays is you are so busy with work and then all your holiday commitments, and your holiday purchasing, that you may not have as much time as you would like to do other things to help keep you in shape. But part of it is you can still keep moving while you're doing those other things because if you become sedentary, well, guess what else becomes sedentary? The other part is when old Cam was sitting there talking about, it leads to my last one for the top 10 ways you can eat what you want and still maintain your weight. Oh yeah, remember he was saying, they don't care what they look like. Well, especially for women, is number 10, I say a picture of yourself in a bikini, right? Okay, you don't have to necessarily be in a bikini, but you all fit, working out. Now that can be on your cell phone. It can be on your refrigerator, somewhere like that. Because when you're getting hungry, you're thinking about that. There's something about looking at that picture of you in shape, and all of a sudden you're like, if I want to do this and that, then you start thinking about it. Because the other way, okay, I'm not great at counting calories.
You're great to count calories. We
Counting
did that.
calories is
We did
different.
that and quit real quick. Everything that we liked, the calories were too much on.
And it's depressing. So part of it is if you're good at doing something like that and you're good at keeping track, one of the new best friends that you might have is your cell phone, because you can keep track of it. You can have apps for that, but also you can put your picture of yourself in a bikini, or all fit and shape, because that too can help you keep on track, because you too can eat what you want and still maintain your weight during the holidays.